And joining us live on First Post is Dr. Bobby Eberle, a Republican strategist from Texas, USA. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, with the elections just less than 14 days away, what do you think that Donald Trump should focus on to sway voters who are still undecided?
Well, I think what you're seeing now, especially in the last couple of weeks, is the connection that he's made with voters. If you contrast that with Kamala Harris, whose campaign is basically stalled, what people are saying out there is that they can't relate to her. You know, she switched on issues and she doesn't seem authentic. So Donald Trump, what he needs to do is show that connection that he has with working class voters. He had a great rally with steel workers the other day, and they gave him a hard hat and he put it on. He did a little stint at McDonald's and had a lot of fun with that. But it's these kind of connections where when he does it, the audience, the crowd gravitates to him and they feel like he's one of us. And it seems to fall flat when Harris does it. So if he can keep that up, try and solidify his base, but also keep reaching out to these groups that traditionally have voted Democrat but are now coming his way, that's the key to the election.
Absolutely. And as we know, Donald Trump has survived at least 2 assassination attempts in recent months. Do you think that this has boosted his chances of being reelected?
I think it could have. You know, to be honest, the way the media has downplayed it, the first one, you know, I'm usually busy. I don't get a chance to watch a lot of his rallies, but the one in Pennsylvania, I was actually watching when the shots were fired and it hit him and he's ducking down and waved that fist. And it was such a powerful moment. And yet once it passed, the media has suppressed the story. You wouldn't even know that, you know, a presidential candidate, a former president, was that close away to being assassinated. And it should be a bigger issue. It should show that the country should come together. But really, it is the forgotten event of this campaign.
Mm. And polls show Donald Trump is doing better on economic and immigration policies, but seems to be lacking when it comes to the abortion policy. Will that hamper his re-election bid, in your view?
I don't think so, because yes, that issue has risen higher in polling because the Democrats push it and push it and push it. I mean, for the whole term of Biden-Harris, the issues that we've been seeing are immigration, the economy, crime. Those are the ones that affect everyone's life. Their purchasing power of what they make buys less and less, whether it's food or fuel or rent, and these affect them every single day. But the Democrats, they're only running on this vague protecting democracy because they think Trump's going to be a dictator, and the abortion issue. So they push it and push it and push it. And if that's all the Democrat base is hearing, then of course it's going to rise up in the polls as a big issue. But unlike 2 years ago, where we had the Supreme Court ruling that truly did galvanize some Democrats and increase their enthusiasm, we don't have that this time around. So it's just they're artificially pushing the issue to get their base out, but you don't see the enthusiasm of the previous election.
Sure. And Bobby, we saw that Kamala Harris is still doing better among Black, Hispanic, and Asian voters, especially women. Where do you think Donald Trump's campaign is lacking in these areas?
Well, I think right now he's realized that, hey, these are groups that are key to winning elections, and that he has invested so much time into reaching out. The Hispanic vote, I'm here in Texas, and you can see how that vote has really just changed. I mean, he could win the majority of the Hispanic vote if everything goes right. But making inroads with suburban women, making inroads with the Black community, this is what has the Democrats, quite honestly, for a phrase, freaked out a bit, because the percentage of the Black vote that they always count on, when historically in previous elections, it's been 90–95% is down from that. So making inroads, he won't get a majority, of course, but to chip away at that is very, very important.
Absolutely. And do you think Elon Musk if at all, has made a significant impact on Donald Trump's campaign with his endorsement?
Yeah, I do, and I'll put it in this kind of perspective because I think Elon Musk is one part of a puzzle that you see coming together with the group of highly influential people that are supporting Donald Trump, such as Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Elon Musk. And what this coalition really represents is something above and beyond the traditional Republican. I mean, RFK was a Democrat and Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat, but they see what's at stake. And Elon Musk talks about this often, seeing what's at stake with the future of the country. He's really focused on our First and Second Amendment rights, free speech and the right to bear arms, and these issues that kind of transcend Republican versus Democrat. And it really there's a coalition that's coming together that feels that our entire country's at stake, and it comes down to who's really in charge. Is it we, the people, like as our Constitution was written, or is it this ruling elite, regardless of party, that is established in the government and is truly calling the shots? That's kind of what this boils down to in this election, and that's why people like Elon Musk are speaking out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time, for being with us on First Post. We appreciate it, Dr.
Thanks so
Bobby
much for
Eberle.
having me. All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button above. Once you do, tell your friends, share it, spread the word about the 13-minute news hour so we can keep growing. And for more great content, check out these videos right here, and I'll see you next time.